Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are on this planet Earth of ours. How are you? Good evening. I am Captain Doc Skinner on board the Starship Pariah, and this is the Doc Force. Good evening, everybody. It's Thursday night. You know, that's my Friday. And we're going to just, I got 2 or 3 stories to tell you. And then we're going to try something. I am now solidly connected to the interwebs. And I wanted to see how many of you I could bring on, because it says I can have up to 10. So I want to test this theory tonight. Also, thank you to Christopher LaPrath, the newest member of the Patreon team. Thank you so much for your support. Let's see. Roll call. Oh, start off with some sad news there, Joshua. Me and Dark Hour on the same time. That's probably why I never see it live. I was like, I never catch a show live. Like, that makes sense. It makes sense now. You'd think I would have known that. I got to get him on. Oh my gosh, really? Alien Bump's the man. Alien Bump is here. Thank you so much, dude. Appreciate the $3. Is that Super Chat? Is that what that is? Thank you so much, dude. Bump. Let's see. We've got Mike's here. Good evening. Good evening. Let's see. And that's it. There's Paul. Paul and Dave Dennis just jumped in at the last second. Howdy. Hello, Mr. Marsh. How are you? Good evening. I did get your message, and I will get back to you after the show. I've had one little crisis after another, and it's been crazy. So, yeah, I'll give you a buzz after the show. Edward Sosa's here. Good evening. Namaste. Me vato loco. Madvat. I know I said that. I know I did it wrong. My bad. I used to be able to sling it around real easily. Yes, Terry's here. Hello, Terry. Welcome. Patreon this weekend, my dude. What can we do? You know, and it's well deserved. Yes, definitely. We should try to think of something. What's going on this weekend? All I was thinking of is working on the yard. Finally gonna get grass put in. I'm so excited. Oh my god. So excited. It was all rocks. It was just all rocks. And pain in the ass when you got dogs. Jimmy's here. And Jimmy, I am gonna show that video in just a moment that you sent me. So just stick around. Maybe actually, Jimmy, okay, what I'm gonna do. Like I said, I want to test this tonight. So here we go. Everybody copy and paste this, okay? Copy. I'll put this over here. Paste. Bam. And send. There we go. Everybody copy and paste that. If you guys want to jump in and hang out with me tonight for this next following hour, come on board. Jimmy, if you want to come on and talk about this military video you sent me, that'd be cool. You know, it'd be cool to have a military voice. Let's see. So yeah, so there it is. I just put it in the comments below and all the platforms, so you guys can jump in, and I'll put you down here in the waiting room, and then I'll bring you guys up, and we'll see how many we can pull up at once now that I have a solid, stable connection. Okay, everybody saying hello to everybody. Hello. Molly Catherine's here. Hello. Let's see. Tell Mom I said hi. Please do. Mr. B's here from Australia. Welcome. 10 Mil is here. Good evening. And there we go. Oh, and Twitch didn't get my link. They didn't like that. All these platforms just not liking each other. It's so play school. But anyway, so I put it there if you guys wanted to jump in. And I wanted to start with some funny stuff. Jeremy, welcome. Howdy. Right there. Check it out. Welcome. Howdy. Okay, so my buddy Jimmy. Well, actually, I'm gonna show that second, Jimmy. So hold on. I got this other story I've been waiting all day. This is too much. This is out of Oklahoma. And I'll even screen share so you can see this guy's mug. 10 Mil, I see. I'll be with you in just a bit. Hold on. All right. So check this out. An Oklahoma man allegedly killed his friend over this weekend because he thought that the victim had summoned Bigfoot to kill him while they were fishing, according to Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigations and local media reports. Larry Doyle Sanders, 53, was arrested and charged with first-degree murder. He had gone noodling or fishing with bare hands on Saturday at the South Canadian River with his friend Jimmy Knighton. A confrontation ensued, and Sanders told authorities he struck and strangled Knighton, whose body was found the next day in the river, according to the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation. Damn. 50. Larry, I know it's not funny, just a little bit. Larry Doyle Sanders, 53, was charged with murder for allegedly killing another man while they were fishing. Okay, so I already read that. A special agent for the state law enforcement agent wrote that Sanders told him he discovered at the river that Knighton intended to feed him to Sasquatch or Bigfoot, according to an affidavit obtained by the Oklahoman. Larry advised he believed Jimmy, not my friend Jimmy, another Jimmy, was trying to get away from him so that the Sasquatch could eat Larry. The agent reportedly rewrote in the report. Larry would not let Jimmy get away. Larry punched Jimmy and struck Jimmy with a stick. Larry and Jimmy fought for extended amount of time on the ground. Sanders remains in the Pontotoc, I butchered that, county jail. I see a movie. I think that is the first time ever that I've heard anybody come up with an idea of I just can't stand up. How am I going to kill him? Let's feed him to Bigfoot. And then it turned, watch it, it'd be sad. It turned out that, he was just jiving. He was just messing with him. The guy took him too seriously. So yeah, that's I thought that'd be an interesting story to start off with. Let's see where we were. Oh man, I forgot. I left the princess locked away. I might have to do something real quick. Hold on, because this might be an issue throughout the whole show if I don't take care of this. So let me do this. For those that are new, welcome to the show. Please hit the like and subscribe and share button if you want, if you really feel cool. If you really want to support what I do, you like what I do, then please head over to patreon.com/Doc Skinner. And you can support me there and get a name added to the list below. All right, so I'm going to play this trailer to the movie Who Saw the Men in Black, which I had the honor of kind of being in. So check out this trailer real quick, and I'm going to release the hounds real quick. So hold on one moment. Here we go. Boom.
Well, Men in Black is a concept that's been in the UFO field since really the beginning of the essentially.
What is the true mission of the Men in Black? Is it the suppression of information regarding UFOs and extraterrestrials?
Albert K. Binder founded the International Flying Saucer Bureau in 1952 during the big UFO flight. Now, these figures were very dark in nature. They were wearing hats, almost like a fedora style, and they had glowing eyes.
Yeah, it all seems pretty horrible, especially as they threaten you and your family, and you're not sure if they're from another planet or not.
What Jacob said in the aftermath of that was that he was subject to a range of type of activities. Some of these things would include threatening phone calls at all times, and even to vandalism against property damage.
There is no more exciting story that I could write than to say at last come across one UFO report cannot be explained. Maybe this is alien space. Biggest story of all time.
Subjects, and that's why the response could be as fast as it was to Westall. That's why the military could get there as quickly as they did that day. because there was some, if you like, forewarning in the suburb of Baldwin, about 20 kilometres from Westall, just 4 days before the Westall.
Take Richard Doty, former special agent of the Air Force, who was tasked with infiltrating the UFO community to instill doubt and misinformation of UFO encounters.
Men in Black have always been present in UFO communities back in the 50s and 60s.
This story follows an age-old pattern of a prominent Men in Black cover. A UFO incident occurs. Experiencers witness something that shouldn't exist in our conventionally understood reality.
Well, then, sorry. Shoot. It's have you guys ever known me to have one show that didn't have something mess up? Sorry. Anyway, situation averted. I think, unless I'm seeing a ghost. God, there's been some weird stuff the past couple of days. Anyway, all right. So sorry about that. Had to take care of that. So we'll get back to this. I don't know why that echoed, folks. That is directly in StreamYard. That's uploaded to StreamYard. So I don't know why it echoed. The microphone was on mute. So I'll have to figure that out. Unless let me do this. I hate this. There's always so many settings. Always a check mark in this box, that box. Let's do this. Bam, there. Maybe that'll work. Yeah, it plays in my headphones. Okay, we'll try that. All right. So, my buddy Jenny, he sent me this. Let me get it. Yeah, this is it. I want to make it big. Oh, watch again.
On our way to work. Stop here at the tracks.
I see you.
Yeah.
In a second.
I don't know where the rest of the train is, but I think they forgot something. Oh, another fun day.
Okay, so my boy sent me that, and a couple things you could think of that. Let me do this. I'm going to bring in 10 Mil and see what he thinks of that. All right. Hello, 10 Mil. How are you?
Hi, everybody. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you. Hopefully everybody else can.
Outstanding. That definitely looked very strange to see a couple of carts with Bradleys on them just blocking the road, just sitting there. There isn't a big chain of them. It's just a couple carts just sitting right there. Why? There's plenty of space left and to the right of it, as you saw when he was panning left and right. Why? It doesn't make a lick of sense. And good catch. Thank you to your friend for sharing that. And yeah,
it was. Let me go back to the original. It went to the next video there. So that's not. Those aren't.
Stop here at the tracks.
Those don't look like some of the old antiques that they have. They look like something a little bit newer with some nice.
With the
and I don't know about this stuff. I'm not in the military.
I can tell you if I can take a good look at those Bradleys with the antennas that are coming off of them and the attachment around them. Okay, because I think I see a Warlock and a couple other systems. They're pretty modern on there, but those are modern, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Very modern.
Yeah. And I bet you there's an LRAD on one of them.
Well, the Warlock it puts out an electromagnetic field in a bubble around it that shuts down all electronics except our radios. Your cell phones won't work. Nothing will work. Oh yeah, dude. It's how we rolled in Iraq, man, with the sappers and route clearance when I was there from back in the day. That's
why I was hoping my buddy Jimmy would jump in here. Jimmy, scroll down. I put the link in the beginning of the chat room. So if you scroll up to the top, you'll be able to see it. Just
I wonder what state that is in, because those don't look like Fort Hood Bradleys.
I honestly don't know.
I don't know where the rest of the train is, but
here are my thoughts.
I think they forgot something.
Those could be from Fort Hood too. I mean, I just wish I could see like the unit they're listed on the front there.
Which I don't see any kind of writing at all. Just things that might be covered with plastic. Where the logos would be. See it at the front.
Well, they would be on the very back and on the very front, next to the tow hooks. It's not in those covers, not on the sides. No, it'd be on the front and back.
I'm just a everyday dude just looking at it, outside perspective. So
I got 10 and a half years, bro. So I'm retired now. So,
Well, my thoughts are either someone's in a deep load of shit for leaving not just a train of cars, or two trains. Is that two? I think it's two.
No, it could be a National Guard movement where they wanted to block the roads off that they were doing a training exercise.
Another fun day.
Because with everything that's going on in the world, I mean, if you're a commander, you're in charge of troops, you got to be ready. You've got your weekend drills. I wonder if this was on the weekend. That could also be another important piece of information about this video when it was sitting there. So
very true, very true. I mean, because we are coming up on the weekend, and they are doing a lot of urban drills, and
it is the summertime, so where they could be in the 2 weeks out of the summer. So you could be witnessing something like this, exactly like this going on for sure. But why would it be out in the public open? I don't know.
And wouldn't there at least be, one Humvee or a Jeep or some guys out there watching? Because this looks like pretty elaborate stuff here on these.
Unless they're short of people, and it's spread out all over the place. It just happened to be one of those remote locations outside, leading with roads leading into an area they wanted to secure.
Well, I mean, yeah, that does sound like it. The other thing is, of course, I go into James Bond mode. It's sitting there waiting for Dr. No and his convoy with helicopters to come snatch him up to add to their little private army,
right?
Or like what you said, they're probably just doing drills. But it's the fact that there's nobody there, there's nobody watching this, and just an everyday person's pulling up on it. I mean, isn't the military kind of possessive about their gear?
Well, look at it this way. They probably have a checkpoint further inward with a couple Humvees sitting in a central area where several locations funnel into a single point coming through. So if somebody did come through there, they'd have to come through this one point, and that's where they would sit at. It would mean they would need less people, less things around, and they could be able to operate more on a smaller crew.
Actually, Jimmy, I just finally was scrolling through, and I finally got to Jimmy. Says it was primarily used for L.L.C. Somebody put an idea in the road. We need to have like a photo set or be. Jimmy, I know it's Texas time. You're drinking. It's beer 30. It was primarily used for L.L.C. Somebody put an idea in the road. We need to have like a photo cell phone or a beeper would basically kill it. Oh, is he talking about the technology on this vehicle that made that
maybe
bubble that you're talking? That's probably what he's saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's definitely not talking about a Warlock system, because a Warlock, nothing works, I promise you, except our own radios.
Okay. Interesting.
I have some experience with that, with traveling between Cobb Spiker and Camp Anaconda in Iraq. Wow. That's quite a distance between the two. That's all the way the northern tip of Iraq, and from the center of Iraq, approximately to Crit. So it's just I've been out the wire with them. Even it was cool, but no, look, those Bradleys though, it could have been anything on top of that, but the fact that it has military equipment sitting on there with these carts, it's a drill. It's definitely screaming drill to me, and anybody else military wise would sit there and say, yeah, I think that looks like a drill too as well. And if they're doing some clearance stuff where everybody involved has to have a certain level of clearance, that's even less people that you're dealing with. So you got less people, you got to have systems like this in place to be able to get it to operate, for you to operate, and you can't let the public see, so you got to spread them out. Like we've talked before about this once before, about what I witnessed over in Iraq. We had this discussion a long time ago, but I'm sold on it already. I mean, before all this happened, I didn't think we had anything like that, any technology that can do what these people are conspirizing about. And everybody wants to see it. They want verification of it, but the government isn't going to give it. They're not just going to give it to you. It doesn't work that way. I mean, look at the world and the situation we're in right now. Do you really want Russia to have that, or China?
Right.
I don't think so. So we got to pull back on that and say, hey, the world's not ready. You know, that's the problem. And I think what we're seeing is a lot of people pulling back, drawing back into the Cold War era.
Right.
And this is technically WW4. And we're seeing the first time chemical and biological weapons starting to be rolled out into the world and being used.
Yeah. And sometimes I feel that they're being used on us already, but in small amounts, so it will slowly kill us all. Slowly.
Your video on the Georgia Guidestones was excellent. And
thank you.
Talked about that. But the fact that they're trying to get rid of the entire population down to 500 million says a lot.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's all the workers, everybody that's working. There's a large portion. There's that part right there, and all you're poor, almost there.
Well,
and all of it can be replaced with robots. Think about AI, robots.
And you know, the whole Clone War thing, I can see that happening within the next 50 to 100 years.
Why not? Murphy's Law says if it can happen.
I mean, we already have supposed sentient being AI. And then we've got Sonia, who's the first ever robotic citizen of Dubai with a passport. So you put AI into a Sonia, and then she has access to everything, including CERN and missiles and satellites and, you know, fucking Skynet, baby. And here's the thing is people that are going to be all surprised who had seen all these movies growing up and it was being told to them and they just blew it off and dismissed it as fantasy make-believe movie magic when actually there was something in there. Now, here's something that made me think earlier today. What if we really are in a matrix and we are in Unreal, you know, graphic engine, you know, 16 includes senses and stuff.
Didn't CERN already say back when they first turned it on that we're in an alternate reality and we're just trying to get back to it now? And that's why the CERN is back on.
Trying to catch back up, you mean?
Yeah, trying to get back to where we were.
Yeah.
The grass isn't greener.
Well, from what I've learned over the years is that they're trying to open up this portal, but to do that they've got to penetrate 12 dimensions and they have to all open it once. Wow. When that happens, that's when it opens up the bottomless pit, and each time they do it, it's supposedly stepping it up. What I do know for a fact is that whenever they do turn it on, it always messes with the magnetosphere, especially on our side facing the sun. So when they turn it on over there, especially, you know, at night and it's daytime over here, we're getting the damage from solar flares. We're getting the earthquakes because of recently discovered that solar flares coincide with earthquakes because they press on that protective bubble of ours, but that pushing in indenting that balloon basically is pushing that air somewhere else, and that's pushing it into the tectonic plates. And it's so that they're learning to not 100% accurately predict earthquakes, but they've got a pretty good track record. So, but anyway,
and so that
I went all over the place. Sorry.
But this is all leading up to the whole thing of a radio signal and what you're talking about on this show. I can't wait to find out more about this coming on. And I think with what you were playing earlier, you might have had the video audio playing in two windows at the same time, is why you had the double effect playing coming through the stream. You probably had the audio unmuted on the source and then also coming through your StreamYard, and that's why you had the double effect.
Well, no. See, so that video, there's certain videos you upload to StreamYard.
Right.
Now, when I do it over here on the screen share, like you see the Jeep or the
you uploaded it. Oh,
yeah. That I pay for the full shebang, so I get all the bells and whistles, and it allows you to upload so many. That's where I get my little intros and outros, so they're right there, ready for me.
I did that. I tried that for a little bit, and I had to back out. I didn't want to do that, and I'm now on OBS. I finally got OBS to work, and I've been using OBS. But I got to do some videos. I want to upload some intro stuff. I want to do for my own stuff. But anyways, it's not about me. I want to hear about what's going on.
Okay, all right. No worries. Let me see. Did I get this on it? Yeah, we got that, Jimmy. So thank you, Jimmy, for bringing that to our attention.
Yes, thank you, Jimmy.
That was really cool. Next thing I want to announce, ladies and gentlemen, Metallica is back on the charts. Thanks to Stranger Things, Metallica is back on the Billboard Hot 100. Can you believe it? Millennials now get to know what real fucking music sounds like. So anyway,
I'm not feel you on that. And Lars is a great musician. And we know what's really, really strange about that. You brought him up is my friend Arjang that I've been dealing with, Arjang Tapatabai, over at Arjan's International Club down in San Antonio. He knows all these artists. His family has been involved with all these people, and he knows Lars along with a slew of other people. He sits there and talks to him. So yeah, it's quite a trip now that I'm getting all this, and now you're bringing this up.
All right, let me see. I got to get some people here. Let's see. Lisa, I'm not here.
Lars, you're good. Metallica,
Yep.
you're awesome.
Yep.
Thanks.
Let's see. Jamming Cells has always been a company, boys. I still know a couple that hack at them keyboards on the other side of the world. Cells has always been a company. Jamming Cells.
Okay, Jamming Cells.
I know. Yeah. We're talking about music, or are we talking
I guess it's gone to music now.
Okay, because I'm looking off, I'm reading, or I'm paying attention to my guest, and sometimes I miss when they type in the comments. So let me catch up. Paradigm's here. Welcome, Paradigm. Wilma's here. Hello from Wilmsterdam. Welcome.
Hey. Wow.
And then Lisa. Everybody's disappointed. Lisa, I couldn't make it here tonight. I had a last minute change of plans. Just got back from driving. So much of the show must go on. Anyway, just giving you grief.
Sleep tight, Louisa.
Get some rest. Get some rest, Lisa. And we'll do it another night. Let's see. Alien bump. Hijack. Okay, Johnny 5 is alive.
Oh, by the way, Doc,
yes.
I the last stream you were on, I was watching the entire thing, and I was left on there. You had ended the stream, played your video at the end. Alien Bump was the last person there. As soon as Alien Bump left, your screen it started freaking out. So it never ended. Your session kept going, and it kept flashing this one screen every 4 seconds with a sound. And I took a screenshot of it on my cell phone and sent it to you over on TikTok.
Whoa.
So you could see what that looks like, because it was pretty kind of creepy looking what it was flash on the screen every 4 seconds.
Hold on. You sent it to my TikTok?
Yes, sir.
All right. Hold on a minute.
Yeah, because that was the only way we could communicate for a little while.
Right. Hey, your live stream is making crackling sounds. Can't send a screenshot of the screen. It's flashing on the screen. So you didn't send me a screenshot.
It did. It sent it to you, didn't it?
No, I didn't. And I didn't send.
Are you kidding me? It showed it. Oh.
It says, you're asking about the last report. I said, I'll have answers tonight. Dun, dun, dun. And then you said, wow, you got shut down.
Okay. Oh,
and then Saturday.
It won't allow me to do it there. I can't attach an image in TikTok. That's the problem. Okay. I need to I can send that to you if you can private.
That's some like, when you say that, it only makes me think of one thing.
Facebook Messenger.
No.
Have you any idea how successful censorship is on TV? Don't know the answer? Successful, isn't it?
That's RJ calling me.
When you were saying I was glitching, that's what I was visualizing right there. So okay, all right, back to comments, catching up. So Alien Bump. Let's see, Metallica saw them 2 times with Def Leppard. Oh, very cool. I got to work a Metallica concert in Fort Worth, and I was working in the pit actually, and the entire show. Oh, you got it?
You have it on your messenger on Facebook. I sent it to Doc Skinner.
All right, hold on. Let me go to. Well, hold on, me.
Don't worry, I get it squared away. We'll get you.
Oh yeah.
But it was really strange that was going on, and now you've got the show about a signal from deep space.
Wait. You sent it in Facebook Messenger?
Yes, sir.
Oh, you sent it to the fan page.
Doc Skinner, yeah, that's the only one I could find.
Unfortunately, I go by the same name on different platforms or different pages. No, I don't want to take a tour. I would like to. No, I don't want to go to that page. Aha, there we go. Okay, pull that up. Oh, Meta. God, you're such a pain in my ass. Okay. I'm not seeing it anywhere.
Hi, Jamie. Hi, Judy.
This is
everybody that's arrived. Shell shock. Hello.
The image that you sent it to, was it a picture of me or a picture of me as a spaceman?
This picture of the spaceman.
Oh, okay.
You were as a spaceman, yeah. The one.
Yeah. And you sent it in Messenger.
Yes, sir.
Okay. There's Lisa, there's Molly, there's Rick, there's Barb. Yeah. No new messages, bro. Since 11 minutes ago.
No, it's right here. It's showing me. It sent it to you. You see Doc Skinner right there?
No. I'm seeing it here. Let me.
It's so weird. This dude, Facebook is blocking. Literally, we had an issue with. I found out this morning that we couldn't have a video play over in Facebook in the UK.
Right. No. Hold. I think I figured this out. I think.
I'm getting blocked.
It's. Let's see. Gosh darn it. What's your name on Facebook?
Tim Miller. Dang. Let me see if I can't send it to you.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Tim
Miller. Other time. We'll get to it some other time. You'll be able to.
I'm sorry, dude.
So, I don't want to distract from.
It's not showing up here. Lisa was the last one to text me about saying she can't be on the show tonight. So.
It's terrible. It's great. I get blocked. I try to stuff. It acts like it lets me think that everything went fine.
Mm-hmm.
But I find out later that the other person, the other party, never gets it or can see it. Like today, for instance, in our private chat group, because I just got notified that I get to be in Clownfest 9 in September with Lords of Sound. So like I'm in the messenger group and I'm trying to talk to the head guy, Mark Gardner. Pierre the Ass Clown, and we tried to send the video link out so he can watch this video of some work that we had done, and it's like it wouldn't play for him, but everywhere else here in the States it will. Come to find out, it's Facebook right now is blocking stuff from going across seas. So I don't know.
Oh yeah. That I get messages about that. How your song is being muted in certain countries. The music background or whatever due to copyrights.
I make original stuff out here in my studio, and nobody's got it. There's no way. I wrote every sound. I laid it out on the seat. I processed the whole thing. How can anybody have that? It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't. All right. So let me just finish this. Shell Shocks here. Hello. Lisa Ann says, you can say, I think I might figure out where I can do it, but I'm going to have to do it. And one thing I can think of is if, that's like a chat request, but I can't figure out where to get to there. That's what I was trying to look at, but I'll deal with it later. All right, let's get to the title of tonight's show since we're at the bottom of the hour. Oh, we lost a few people. That's, it's the way the cookie crumbles. All right, so here we go, folks. Now, this is not the sound that scientists heard, but it is damn similar. They're kind of keeping it hush-hush, but they did publish in Nature magazine about this. It happened in, I think, last year, 2019. So it sounds something like this. Let me bring up the screen, because this sound is what you hear for stars and certain quasars and stuff. So, I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
It's kind of quiet now that I think about it.
That's a very interesting droning sound.
So something like that is what they've been hearing in bursts, and I'm going to read about it to you right now. And it does. It just basically sounds like a heartbeat. But those are supposedly, if you look in the bottom right corner, those are stars or quasars that are going around each other, supposedly. So anyway, all right. So what they say is astronomers exploring the cosmos have spotted bursts of radio waves from galaxies far, far away that repeat every 0.2 seconds in a clear periodic pattern similar to that of a beating heart. Okay, hold on a minute. You guys can see I'm reading it from something. So now you saw what I'm reading. I'm going to take this off and I'm going to put it in front because I'm trying to do like this, basically. So the audio sounds decent.
Let's ask this question. If you're an alien species and you have detected there possibly might be life outside in the world, you want to send a signal directly back to them and communicate to them in a way that is clear that they can understand, but you have no way of actually communicating with them. One way to say you have life is by transmitting a heartbeat. Exactly.
Yeah, proof of life.
Mm-hmm.
Very good point. Very, very good point, actually. Monica Flynn, what did you say? Need to start up our own kind of Facebook thing. Oh, sweetheart. I tried that a couple years ago before the whole vid thing happened. I was working with all the big names. We were going to do something really cool. But then the Zucker got involved. And it's just, anyway, life's been hell since. So let's do this. Terry says it sounds like a heartbeat of electrocardiogram. Yeah, similar. But supposedly, like I said, it's stars that are going around each other or something to that effect. But let's read, because I actually haven't read this. I saved this for you guys so we can enjoy this together. Oop, wrong one. Shoot, did I get rid of it? Oh no, I moved it over here so I could talk into the microphone. All right. Here we go. It appears that a far-off galaxy is flashing with surprisingly regularity, which is, hold on. Yeah, just make sure you're still there. With regularity, which is being detected by researchers at MIT and universities across Canada and the United States. FRBs are intensely powerful bursts of radio waves of unknown astrophysical origin, usually lasting a few milliseconds at most. However, as opposed to the average FRB, this new signal persists for up to 3 seconds, which researchers say is about 1,000 times longer than the average fast radio burst. The team detected clear periodic patterns of radio waves within this window, similar to a heartbeat. The signal has been designated as FRB 2019-1221A and is currently the longest lasting and most periodic FRB found to date. This signal originates in a galaxy several billion light years away from Earth. There is no clear answer as to what the source could be, but astronauts suspect that the signal could originate from either a regular pulsar or a magnetar, both of which are types of neutron stars. That's what I was thinking, neutron stars. There are not many things in the universe that emit strictly periodic signals, says Daniel McKilley, a postdoc at MIT's Cavalli Institute for Astrophysicists and Space Research. Boy, he sounds important. Researchers point to the radio pulsars and the magnetars in our galaxy as an example, which rotate and emit beams of light similar to a lighthouse. The magnetar or pulsar, on steroids could be the source of this new signal, according to the scientists. This source may produce periodic signals that they aim to detect, which could be used to create an astrophysical clock. Holy shit. That's cool.
Yeah.
For example, a measurement of the universe's expansion rate could be made by looking at the frequency and change of the bursts as the source moves away from Earth. The discovery is reported today in the journal Nature and authored by Chime/FRB collaboration members. The FRBs have been discovered across the universe hundreds of times since 2007, the most recent one being detected at British Columbia's Dominion Radio Astrophysical Observatory by Chime. Dude, I was really rolling all those big words, and I got to interferometric radio telescope. Jesus, where'd that word come from? With 4 large parabolic reflectors. The Chime telescope continuously monitors the sky as the Earth rotates, detecting radio waves from hydrogen at the earliest ages of the universe. Since Chime began observing the sky in 2018, it has been able to detect hundreds of fast radio bursts coming from different directions. To date, FRBs have largely been one-off events, briefly bursts of ultraviolet radio waves that blink off after a few milliseconds. Recently, however, researchers have discovered periodic FRBs emitting regular radio waves that appear periodic. In this signal, 4 days of random bursts were repeated every 16 days. That's a pattern, despite the fact that the signal of the actual radio bursts was random rather than periodic. The 16-day cycle indicated a systematic pattern of activity. In December of 2019, Chime detected a potential FRB, which McKelly, who was scanning the income data, immediately noticed. He said it was unusual. Not only was it very long, lasting about 3 seconds, but there were periodic peaks that were remarkably precise, emitting every fraction of a second. Boom, 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 like a heartbeat. This is the first time the signal itself is periodic. McKelly and his colleagues found similarities in the patterns of radio bursts from that FRB with those from radio pulsars and magnetars in our galaxy. A radio pulsar is a neutron star that emits radio waves that pulses as it rotates, whereas a magnetar produces a similar emission due to its extreme magnetic field. However, this new signal appears to be more than 1 million times brighter than those coming from our galactic pulsar magnetars. Yeah. During a rare 3-second window, Chime was fortunate to catch a distant radio pulsar or magnetar emitted a train of brilliant bursts that McKelly believes are likely to have originated from. Chime has now detected many FRBs with different properties, McKelly explains. We've seen some that live inside clouds that are very turbulent, while others look like they are in clean environments. From the properties of this new signal, we can say that around the source, there's a cloud of plasma that must be extremely turbulent. Additional bursts from periodic blah, 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 blah could provide more information about its source and general neutron stars, the researchers believe. So the detection basically raises a bunch of questions from this extreme signal. So, wow, that's just the part about using it as a universal time clock. Now that makes me wonder. I myself, a believer of time is something we perceive as emotion through moments, right?
Okay.
And I did a whole show on that a couple weeks ago. But what if there is truly a father time, and it's these different pulsar stars in different areas, keeping time in that area?
Why not?
I don't know. NASA, they brought it up. MIT brought it up. I'm not just they brought it up. Now I'm just kind of expanding on it.
Yeah, but I'm also saying why not? Murphy's Law says if it can happen, it will. So what do you do about it? You prepare for it, and then it never happens. Okay, well, that's great that it never happened if that is what generally is what happens. But there are instances where, this will happen because if there's a possibility for it. So why not?
Yeah. Because, I strongly believe we are definitely not alone. Never have been.
Definitely. We're not alone. And they've had technology for quite some time. And with what happened to me in Iraq and what I witnessed, if I can't take that back. I can't go back into saying, oh, it's just conspiracy. I can move on with my day and live a day the same way. I can't. I've witnessed things that changed me forever on this stuff. So, it'll eventually come out. Everybody's going to get to see it. I mean, it has to. There's a point in time where it's going to evolve to a point where it's all going to come out. So it's just a matter of time. It's a waiting game, I think.
Yeah, I mean, the speed that the skill set of remote viewing has been taking the earth by storm. I mean, people all around the world are learning how to do it. And I believe that once we get it to a point to where we can teach kids how to do that, when they're most receptible to, other worlds and powers and ESP and all that, before we dumb them down as adults to, no, that's not real. Those fake friends are fake. That's not real. We dumb down those senses. But I think if we start teaching kids, and then, we have generations that all know how to remote view, just like they know how to write their name, I don't think there won't be any more secrets.
There's no telling how far this rabbit hole really goes. I mean, I didn't see what so-called aliens that they say, but creatures that shouldn't exist, definitely, and equipment that shouldn't exist running on technology that any country would die for.
How is it that we have so many military that stuff like that hasn't been leaked out? Dude, we've got this weapon, we got that weapon. After they're retired, they're free from that.
I think I fell into this little weird niche of stuff because of the security clearance level that I had when I was in Iraq, and then it wasn't great, but it was something, and being in the area was enough just to find out something. If you had your eyes open and you actually looked,
right?
If you stayed in your tent, didn't peek your head out and tried to hide underneath the rock the entire time, you didn't see anything.
Yeah,
you wouldn't notice it unless you were a part of some operation that was happening, that was going on. Like you were working inside the TOC and they were doing, route clearance, watching people set IEDs on the road at night, clearly watching it glow in the dark, set it there. I remember talking about this before, and your head blows off right then and there. And, as soon as they stand up, and they don't miss. They didn't miss a single one.
Wow.
So the technology is just unreal. And they do not talk about that going around. And not everybody got privilege to see it. So you're not going to have everybody in the military that's going to be like, oh yeah, because it's very compartmentalized. I didn't see anything like this until I got to Iraq. And I had many years. I had other tours. I had other missions I had been on. Did I see something strange once before? Of course. I've had things happen to me prior to that, but I thought, maybe I was crazy or something like that, like the abduction things, because that shit happened to me too. And it's almost like they have a game. They actually want you to know you're coming back. They allow you to know at a degree of something's happening, but you can't do nothing about
it. And it just creates a stress like nobody's business. Do you think dude, this is 2 nights in a row.
You got that same sound again?
I'm getting that hum again.
Oh wow.
Wait a minute, am I running? No, I'm not running the washing machine. It sounds like that.
My washing machine is running though.
That's what I'm hearing.
I'm so sorry.
So Lisa, it must have been your washing machine last night that we heard.
I'm so sorry. Let me go stop that real quick.
No. As long as we know what it is, and I'm not losing my mind,
No,
I'm
I don't
cool
think
with
you're
it.
losing your mind.
I'm
man.
cool with it.
You're
Cool with it.
cool,
But
man.
I was like, fuck, 2 nights in a row, I'm losing my shit.
It should be done here pretty
This is
soon.
like, I don't hear it. I hear it. I don't. I mean, it's just anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's cool. That's not gonna bug you like last night. All right. That kind of threw me for a loop. Where we were talking about?
I'm so sorry. I did not realize that. I could have just played that, right? I just could. Yeah. I'm not that.
You could have ran with that one. Yeah.
I'm not like that though.
It's Doc's Friday. Let's just let him simmer on it all weekend.
That's the funniest thing about it. People will look at you when you have something that legitimately happens to you, right? And you were never saying this before or had anything to say. And then all of a sudden you want to share that.
Right.
How do you make them understand that part without because they're automatically going to sit there and
that's what I was going to say. And then the machine started. Okay, so into that, I was going to say, how many soldiers do you think lots suffer from PTSD? But how many do you think suffer from PTSD from shit like that they've seen that they're like, that's not human,
Yeah, no, whoever the number of people for that pit, for instance, whoever set that pit up and threw that in there, that group knew. But it's even separated away from the main body of the base. I mean, Cobb Spiker was huge. We had a 25-mile perimeter fence with towers all the way around it, guarded by the Ugandans. We had the big eye in the sky sitting right above. It looked like an air balloon, but just stayed perfectly in place, never moved with the wind nor the dust. It's quite interesting how we had a single tether line straight up. So you go ahead and tell me a balloon that can stay straight up in the atmosphere,
not wobble around,
did not go anywhere. So where are those guidelines that are keeping it in place? Keeping it from going in any direction. You would need at least 3 points of contact outside of that bottom one if you're just going to have that one to keep it from going in any direction.
Right. Wow. People heard it. They were like, yeah, I heard that too, man. Thank you, everybody, for the confirmation there. Space says, I had a missing time event, lost 6 hours of my life. I guess he was talking about when you had your abduction experience, I'm guessing. So, see, it's very intriguing. I have many questions, but I am trying to be as respectful as possible to think, okay, most likely.
I totally feel you. That radio signal right there, that, of course, it could not actually be a radio signal. It could be just something that's similar like that. And we're just associating it with the possibility that another life, is trying to communicate with us here. But I think that's already happened a long time. And there's plenty of traveling. And it's not going to be anything like, oh, here we are. We're going to send a radio signal. We can't get to you or anything. No, they came straight to our door, landed, and went and had a conversation in Congress and everything else with Valiant Thor.
I Valiant Thor, yeah. I really think that your suggestion of if you were a civilized, species, but you wanted to go past the language barrier and just go straight to a heartbeat to show there's life here. Wouldn't it just be crazy if these scientists never even got near that concept or idea
or thought,
and you walk in like fucking Jodie Foster and solve it all, dude, it has nothing to do with holograms and binary code. There's life. I mean, it's just that simple. It's the most simplest basic message you could send.
It is.
And I'm a little pissed I didn't think of it.
It's okay. I mean, what do you hear? You hear a heartbeat. You even said it yourself. You thought about it. You did. It was there. I mean, it came to me. That's what I thought. I'm sure the people thought the same thing. I mean, if it came to you pretty easily on that up front when you see it, I'm pretty sure the reactions of the general public would be the same. Like, wow, that really seems like a fast heartbeat. Like one individual said, a cardiogram machine.
Yeah, cardiogram.
Yeah. Why not? Of course. I mean, I've heard that there. It is a lot brighter of a tone, and it doesn't have all the textures going on in the background, which was very interesting. It was like a fluid sound that described a color of fluid going through the background with the pulsing. Like on synthesizers, you have a low frequency oscillator that can cause the sound wave to fluctuate and go up and down and have different things that happen.
Right.
And then you can also have through an LFO create a bump like that too as well, a repeating bump that just goes to, and it's not really synced to anything. It's just this boom, 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 boom. So you can set a timing of it. So this timing is really short and it's going to be really fast. So it's like this low frequency oscillation that's happening with these stars. It's creating this. So as they rotate around, the frequencies are bouncing off of each other and it's pushing back and forth with metaphysics. So it causes these low frequency, like an LFO does on a synthesizer. It causes the waveform to move around. So that's why we're here. I hear a lot of these other little sounds going on in the background. So I really strongly, pulsing quasar stars, of course. Right. It could totally make sense on a scale if there's nothing that could actually generate a sound like that. But when we start pointing out that there's multiple stars, different ones pointing these signals out at a weaker strength, and then all of a sudden we have this big bright one coming in, there's an event that's happening, is what this is telling me. There's some kind of event that's happening. This is finally reaching us and we just catching it. And it was the start of an event. Maybe it's not an actual species trying to reach out to us,
Yeah.
It would be nice to think it was. I mean, wouldn't that be great, Grant?
Yeah.
But on the realistic side of it, it does seem more like something is going on in space that is creating this, and we just happen to pick it up.
But not only the heartbeat, but the idea that each one of them could be like a clockwork or clock component in a big clock of the universe.
Well, it perfectly explains how that works. I mean, you can even look at
and the way things
modular
are in their gravitational, orbits and stuff. It's like gears in a clock.
Right. And so like a modular synthesis, it operates with a controlled voltage. So there's like a burst of electrical charge that goes out, and it booms like an on off, right? And that sets whatever you're sending it to, and you can have it trigger something or do something, whatever it is with that signal, and then it'll repeat itself and it sends out in a time. So it's like a clock. This clock sends out this electrical burst, this gate. You can use that to manipulate and create sounds and try to create a song on the line, do whatever. But it's like that. When these pulsars are coming around, this electrical energy is pulsating against the sound. It's causing it to change.
Yeah. Well, I've been just recently getting into psionics. Psionics is the night vision camera. Cymatics, the study of sound. And I've been really getting into it. And then I came up with this theory about Roslin's Chapel, because I had this pull towards Roslin's Chapel. I've never been there. I've never been to Scotland or Ireland. And I saw these images of these square blocks up in the archways, and each side had geometric patterns on them. And I thought, well, what if, because this is the Knights Templars, church and all this stuff, and lots of lore around it, and supposedly secret chambers and whatnot. And I thought, well, what if those cubes hanging from the ceiling are notes that you play? Certain. Oh, it's your machine. Spin cycle. And so, I thought, well, when I want to go to Scotland, I want to go to Roslin's Chapel, take everybody with me. We do a big, 1 hour documentary on it or something, and figure this out. Well, freaking lo and behold, let me actually pull this up real quick so I say the right thing. Here we go. Order. I just ordered it. So I'm all excited. I'm talking to everybody. Let's do this. Let's all go to Scotland, right, and make a big thing out of this. And we can still do this. But I was really hoping that maybe I was on the forefront of something, an original idea. No, I wasn't. And I'll tell you why.
Welcome to the world of a creator, where you think you're onto something. The next thing you know, damn.
Next thing you know, Roslin's Chapel, the music of the cubes. I'm like, some bitch. I'm ordering it, but it was 2006, so still, I guess maybe a new idea. But anyway, I still want to go to Scotland. I think it'd be a fun trip for all of us to go. So.
You know, it doesn't matter. It's not like you're going to do it exactly the same as that. If you were to do something, it'd still be unique in itself.
So, I might see something somebody else might see. I'm going to take a crew of people with me, so you'll have a bunch of eyes.
Yeah, and why not? And give them each an instrument, create a sound, a humming sound, to create an ambiance or something, and just kind of help set the mood. And because that kind of stuff works, it really helps set the energy, the focus, the mind with everything. Sound can relax you,
right?
Allow you to get through what you need to get through.
So true. That's what I keep my crew members chill while I do my show. Alexa, meditation music now. Then the dogs just kind of chill, and it's nice. That theory, Doc, on the messages and cues with sound is very interesting. I'm headed to Scotland next month, and the chapel is defo on my visit list. Jelly, totally jelly.
Yes,
jealous for all you non-millennials.
LGH Hidden Manuscript TV. I've never heard of you. I need to check you out.
Yeah, I am a little jealous because I want to go. But I got to do some projects to make some money to do it. Because, if I'm going to go to the UK for the first time, and it's going to be my 50th birthday next year when I do it, I've never flown first class in my life. And I thought, what the hell? It's going to be expensive as shit. But they say everybody should experience it at least once.
It's going to be at least a 14-hour flight straight one way there.
Yeah. So I figured, why not have the leg room and lay back and relax. It'll be expensive. I'll probably be paying it off for a couple of years, but
yeah, trust me, an 18-hour flight into South Korea twice, actually 4 times, because I had 2 tours there. It's pretty long, and trust me, first class would have been really nice.
Yeah. No, I just I hear stories because I had a lot of celebrity friends. So they always tell me, you got to do it at least once. I was like, are you going to pay for it? They're celebrities, but they're not that big celebrities.
and I would suggest to anybody too that's looking for somewhere to travel, I would also suggest to go to Korea, South Korea. Seoul, the capital of the world, is a great place to go to. And then if you're into tangerines or oranges, Daeju Island has the world's best tangerines you can possibly get in the world, because not a single one tastes the same as the next one, but they're all delicious. Every single one. You will never get one that tastes the same again, and that's what makes it so special, because it comes from this island at the very southern tip of South Korea. So that's a really great place to go to check out. You got to check that out. I'd love to go to UK.
Yeah. Well, I bought a little bit of land over there, so I am now Sir Doc Skinner. So I figured that could help in the first class department too, get an upgrade.
It would be awesome. We could get a stream from over there in the UK.
No, that's the whole point. Is I want to go and take the gear, we film, and everybody that comes, they get to come on the show and talk about what happened that day or what we learned, and so everybody gets a little bit of the spotlight. I love to share it, And so I think it'd be a lot of fun, especially if we get a group rate. I don't want to do a tour guides and all that shit, because we got Terry, she'll be our tour guide. Or now we got LGH, she could be our tour guide. So anyway, it's a fun idea that I'm playing with. But dude, it's been fun. I appreciate you hanging out with me tonight.
Yeah, no, thank you for having me. Oh, one last thing. How much land do you got exactly? Is it big enough to have a private rave?
A private picnic.
Okay.
With maybe one person on a blanket.
Okay.
That's all you need.
Set up a stage, and we can have Clown Jimmy come out there, and they can do a whole techno or drum and bass.
There we go. Tomorrowland. Woohoo! Yeah. If something like that was going on while we were over there, I would definitely say we're doing that for my 50th.
I could definitely make that happen for you there. I can get in touch and be like, who wants to go over here, do this, like a venue set up. I'm pretty sure you get some people. There's 191 artists in this group. Pretty much most of us are all over there in the UK area and all that.
Right. So, well, it's an idea. We will see. I got to pay these things called bills. So, all right. Yeah, I want to go. LGH.
Yeah,
So,
the video. You got another video at the end you're going to play today for us?
I'm going to play a very, very special video at the end. Absolutely. And I'm going to do that right now. So thank you very much, 10 Mil, for hanging out with me tonight. Appreciate it.
Thank you, everybody out there in chat world.
Yeah, thank you, everyone, too. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, I'll see you guys on Monday. It's my Friday tonight. So laundry. And yeah, so remember, folks, as long as we stick together and we all help each other, or we all lift each other up, then we all rise together. See, I tried to add something in, a little twist tonight. I'm just going to stick to the original. Let us all lift each other up so we can all rise together. I'm Captain Doc Skinner on board the Starship Pariah, and this is the Doc Force, and that's 10 Mil Productions. Good night, everybody. I'm going to hit this magic button. You're going to just be filled with patriotism. Chabella. Hold on. That was the wrong one. That's him on top of the guitar, but here we go.